Thanks everyone for attending the transportation technical committee meeting for August. We do have a quorum, so we can go to public comments. I don't have anybody who signed up. Jen, did you see anybody have? No. So we'll move on to item number 4 for minutes of the July 12th meeting. If you all got a copy of the draft, any questions, comments? Hearing none, I'll take a motion from so Jerry.
Second.
Okay. Good. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion approved. Item number 5. It's a project on Route 9 and everything. So maybe Derek, if you don't mind, just give us a little background.
So this was this is a preliminary engineering that was in 26. It's being carried forward to 27. The funding type changed for it. It is now a MHPP, so it became a different PPS number. So this is for all of Illinois mine projects, and it's my understanding that this is for any phase 3 that's necessary. That's about all I know about it.
Okay. Any questions, comments from the committee? Okay. Hearing none, I'll entertain motion. So, okay, Randy, any second? Okay, Derek. And further discussion? Hearing none, those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion approved. Items 6 through 8 relate to Connect Transit. Tom, if you don't mind, give a background, and then Brady, if you got anything you want to add, yeah, do so, please. So, Tom.
Well, this is a new subject for all of us, I think. We have been requested to have urgent tip amendments where the consolidated vehicle procurement programs it is a program where bundling of purchasing by IDOT or the state, I guess, is allowed, and I don't know, for some reason it was delayed in this particular fiscal year. Well, be the federal fiscal year in September. So we've been requested to that being I think it's Bloomington, Decatur, Cal. Anyway, a number of the smaller NPOs to put forward these purchase packages that will be obligating funding whatever to Connect Transit. So that's where it is. Brady has.
Yeah, I could probably provide a little more background. So we, through the CVP program that IDOT issues, we use that program to purchase all of our or to apply for replacement for all of our paratransit vehicles. So they're provided basically for free to us through the state. And so I don't know that IDOT's done it this way before, but I think what they're doing is they know that we will be applying, and they know that we'll get at least 5 vehicles. So I think they're just working to obligate some federal funds pretty quickly before, as you mentioned, before the end of the federal fiscal year. So we will be applying for far more than 5. So so I'm glad to see that they're looks like they're planning on sending at least 5 our way. So I can answer any questions if anybody has any, but related to the IDOT process, I'm not familiar with.
I'm still mystified about how this turned out because we've never done it this way before, and I was assumed it was some kind of arrangement between the state and the feds, FTA. And there's the third project shows a what they're calling a local match, but isn't that a state match, and it doesn't indicate where that's coming from. I assume no, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think that these may be lapsing funds or something.
Yes,
They
get done this month,
Yeah.
they're gone.
I see some LONO funds on here. The state applied for a LONO application,
What's that?
low or no emissions, which is a little different than their typical CVP program.
Mm-hmm.
So I know those funds are definitely getting quite old. So that's probably part of the urgency here as well.
Explains 162,000.
Sounds good. Any further questions? Yeah, thank you. Thank you so much.
Can we do
Yeah.
6, 7, and 8 together in motion? Is that acceptable?
Yeah, if that's acceptable to the committee, we can entertain 6, 7, and 8 for a motion.
I would move to accept 6, 7, and 8 on the agenda for approval.
Okay, any second?
Second.
Okay, any further discussion? Okay, hearing none. Those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none, motion approved, and that's for items 6 through 8. Before I move on to item number 9, I probably should have done this earlier. I'd like to have Brett from IDOT introduce yourself, if you don't mind, and we can go around the table, so in case you join us later in the future.
Yeah, I've been here a time or two. I'm proxying for Dan today. Brink Kierlock comes to field engineer for this area, so I get to be Dan today.
They let you out, man. They don't do that. They don't get a seat off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know everybody, pretty much sure.
Most of them are familiar faces. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Brady was
probably not.
Yeah, we can go around the table as quickly maybe. Yeah, maybe Brady's the one.
Sure. Yeah, so I'm Brady Lang, the Chief Executive Officer at Connect Transit.
You know Jerry, don't worry.
Yeah, I left you a message this morning and explained to you why you weren't here.
Yeah, I've got Jake sitting way back.
Hi.
And can you introduce yourself?
Jake Coverseray, Assistant Planner, MCRPC.
And then, I'm Thomas Valencia, I'm the other assistant planner here at MCRPC. Jason Cupper, I'm the operations manager for Conroe Public Works.
Tom Caldwell, Metropolitan Planning Manager.
Jennifer Six, I'm the transportation planner here at MCRPC.
Jim Karch, Engineering Director at the City of Wilmington.
Ray Lai, Executive Director for the Regional Plan Commission. Thank you. I thought that's why I didn't start it. Yeah.
We know each other.
Yeah, okay, very good. Moving on to item number 9, project updates. I have a few, but I would defer to anybody else if you got any. I know we'll be busy, so yeah. And you gave a pretty good update to the city council. Yeah, anything you want to bring up to the group, because you guys did so busy, so much going on.
If you all want to hear all the different projects going on in Wilmington, but I mean, there's Hamilton Road, Bend to Commerce is, we're about to hopefully switch over traffic once the railroad gets their work done. It looks beautiful. If you want to swing by there at Commerce and Hamilton, you can really look across there, and you can actually really see it once they get the safety measures in place. Fox Creek Road, the railroad has continued to be a challenge. That's kind of what we're waiting on. You should see some out on the Fox Creek Road over by Danbury and all that. It looks great. We're going to have that bridge over the winter. Hopefully we can get some approval and get going. We're still on schedule to finish both Hamilton and Fox Creek by next November. Downtown streetscape right now, we should be done with the 400 block in the next few weeks, and then in the spring do the 300 block and be done with that. But you name it, there's Locust Colton Phase 8 over on Mercer. That's a sewer separation phase 8 of 9 phases. one more phase left to go in April of 2030, then we'll be able to close out our final permit with the EPA for county combined sewer overflow. So lots going on. That's a quick summary.
Yeah. Questions for Tim?
I would encourage everybody to go to our infrastructure dashboard. We actually promote that heavily. It's a GIS-based, publicly accessible project update that you can always go to. 18,000 people have looked at it since it started, so it's been heavily used. It's got IDOT projects on there. We actually keep all of yours up to the best that's publicly accessible information, and put all that out there, and so that people are able to see for every year by category of work, so that the public has direct access to it.
Very good. Very good. Anybody else? No, any?
Would that have, working the state fair this last week, one of the, people always, those that will inquire, because we'll have the multi-year plan available on monitor to attempt to see what's coming up for folks. They want to know when we're going to start construction on what is it, the interstate up to Rockford. That's a popular. When are you going to start on that? And one question from a resident of McLean County was, when is the construction out by Rivian going to be completed? And I was able, I think, accurately report and said, I understand that at least the east-west or one of the ways for that roundabout is now open or just recently opened. Is that
Turn to your left if you don't mind. Mr. Comfort over there will be.
Yeah, I'm looking this way too.
Sorry, Tom. Which way we are, but they were, when are they gonna get done? I said, well, from the sounds, look, November's always a good date
that's all
completion date to it. So I said,
They just ran into issue after issue out there.
I think I was able to express that, but just,
November is a good estimate.
but knowing about the, I wish we had an accurate,
something as you were speaking of, because that's what folks are often interested in.
It matters. We have an SOP in place. We update it monthly, and it allows coordination with all the different parties. So it is helpful.
Did I answer your questions, Tom?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just commenting, I guess.
Yeah. Anybody else got any project update?
I guess the one thing I'd mention is we have, I don't know if some of you are aware, Jim, you certainly are, but we've been working for some time to design a downtown Bloomington Transit Center, and we have reached 100% design on that. There'll be some very minor revisions here as we go forward, but we'll be closing on the property. We'll be taking possession of the property from the city of Bloomington this coming Tuesday. And so we're working aggressively to try to get construction underway, hopefully in the spring. We've got several rounds of approval that we need to work through with IDOT on the procurement side for bidding. So as long as we can get those approvals in, we hope to get bids out, ask for bids this fall and assign a contract, award a contract, and start construction in the spring. So
what's that location?
it is the
Market Street parking lot.
Market Street, yeah, it's Market Street parking garage that is now, it's not been in service for several months now. So we've been working with the city for quite some time through various iterations of the project, but we'll be putting, and I can share some updated renderings with the group. We're putting, there's 20 feet of elevation difference from the north end to the south end of the block. So we're going to use that to put some parking back in. Around 97 parking stalls will go in that property. And then over the top, we're going to build kind of a deck over the top that'll be the transit center. So we'll have 9 bus berthing locations for large transit buses and 1 for small vehicles. And we're working with the city. They will operate and maintain the parking portion of that facility, because parking is definitely not our business, and they're equipped to do so. So project's moving along nicely. Finally, it's been, like I said, it's been through several iterations, but we're glad to finally get close, and we can vacate Front Street, which will be good for everyone. And importantly for our passengers, it's going to be much safer, climate controlled waiting areas, public restrooms, things like that. So it's going to be a great addition to downtown, coming online nicely with the streetscapes that the city is doing such a great job on. So happy to report we're getting much closer now. So.
What's the timeline for taking down the parking lot?
So we can't demo anything because it's kind of the foundation of that facility is holding the street up on the south end of the block. So yeah, so demo will happen just right before construction.
Okay.
So hopefully in late winter or early spring, as long as we can get the IDOT approvals that we need for the contract.
Okay.
So.
Very good. Yeah, I was asked, what's the status of the transit center? Thank you.
Yep, moving along nicely. So
Yeah,
that's very good to get some things moving forward.
yeah. So, and you mentioned some renderings. Since we have these items on the agenda next Friday, it might be an opportunity to show the few of your renderings if you like.
Sure.
Yeah, because the chair will be different and maybe there few couple people.
Yeah.
Great. Okay, any other updates? Okay, I have a few. But first, let me just defer to Jake. There's like some public events coming up you want to mention, and that's what we'll be doing, and that would be great.
Sure. So we're going to be at the Sweet Corn Circus, me and Thomas and some of our other staff, both on Saturday and Sunday, promoting some new projects, the HSTP survey for rural transit across the whole Region 6, as well as a Metropolitan Transportation Plan, very early process survey that we're going to be promoting to everybody at the Sweet Corn Circus. And it's generally a really popular event, so hopefully we'll get a lot of responses for that and people coming in from the rural area as well as the urban area. And then around Labor Day, we're also going to be doing a WGLT safety promotional sober driving campaign to line up with the national safety campaigns. And then after that, we'll be at the Day of Play and Uptown Normal as well, doing transportation safety promotion to all the people in attendance. That was quite popular last year. So that's what we have coming up.
Yeah. Appreciate the coordination, Jake, on this front, which is important to the public education and the advocacy of transportation safety. Yeah. Questions for him? Next, if you don't mind, Thomas, would YouTube any status update?
As you guys were just talking about, there's some 3 amendments regarding CDP, which came from the central office of IDOT, and Jen and I are in discussions of figuring out who is responsible to submit those. Because obviously you only do District 5, you're not responsible for that. So right now the E-tip does not reflect these CDP amendments because no one inputted them. I can, but I would need someone to give me the official direction to do so. But other than that, it's pretty much fine. I know Tom forwarded a quote-unquote E-tip office hours for this Monday with the platform people. So we'll be discussing any tiny bugs here and there. But other than that, it's been fine. Not really that much issues.
Okay, great. Any thoughts, IDOT, our colleagues, about who's be responsible for it?
Well, one of the questions is how about you folks are local, as to their participation and input. Has that been moving along? Okay.
I mean, most of the amendments obviously come from District 5. As for when we compile the actual tip, I know Ryan Otto put his projects in for the town, and Ashley put some for Connect Transit. And then using the spreadsheet that Jim gave Jen, I've inputted the city's projects.
Thank you for that.
No, we're in the obstacle towards Jerry also posted the county projects. So they have been participating, but obviously beyond that point, there really aren't any amendments for everybody else. So there really isn't a need for that to do anything so far. So it's been good actually, based on some conversations. Apparently it's better than some other MPOs. I think like other MPOs are like doing it all themselves or the partners aren't willing to participate or whatever, but, so I guess this is a significantly better experience than others are having.
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be many issues in Champaign either. I input for Champaign on the sponsor user for District 5, and then it operates much like this.
So is it similar to, you've been previously doing with Champaign with
Yeah,
theirs?
almost exactly. I mean, very little nuances as far as like how you want things broken up in brackets and what they're called, and that's tailored to each individual NPO. So all in all, the process is the same. I was able to jump right in and kind of, muscle memory took over and was able to kind of do it. So.
So the CVP, after assuming it will be approved by the policy committee, so who from IDOT will be inputting those?
Yeah, you'd just be looking for a sponsor user. You'd either have
Everything's the same. I mean, we still meet, you're gonna still meet, approve TIP amendments. It's just, they're able to
Okay, so,
input and then punch the approval,
Okay.
and it just quickens the paperwork.
okay, so.
Well,
It doesn't
But again,
eliminate our meeting for,
we can't, no, understood, but we can't, we're not working with District 5 here, we're working with OPP. And I think this is kind of a one-off anyway, so we're not gonna have repeated amendments coming from OPP as opposed to District 5. But Thomas needs some sort of, go ahead to do the inputting into it, because currently it doesn't balance.
Yeah, there's nothing to file an amendment against,
Right.
right? Because the
Well,
project's not in
these
there.
are essentially new projects for the
Yeah,
person,
right.
and so we have to, make them balance out in the way that the ETIP is set up, and Thomas needs, a little sort of go ahead and do that notification from OPP.
Yeah, I can do it. I just honestly don't want to overstep. Look, if IDOT wants to do it, honestly, feel free. But if you guys want me to do it, I'm happy to do it.
Yeah, they'd have to give you like the name of a sponsor user, like somebody from central office that would either do this in the UTIP, or they'd have to give you a spreadsheet and say, hey, do this for me.
And, what we have currently is that, what's in these 3 amendments for inclusions is brand new, and we don't have any reference for it, so.
I'm an admin user, so I'm able to like put in the project, but still classify it as IDOT, so that the IDOT central office people can do any editing if they wanted to.
Right. So basically, we need authorization from IDOT, but like who from IDOT? Right, so I don't know. I'll let Tom and Derek work it out.
I mean, it'd have to be somebody from OPP, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I was gonna suggest you may reach
Yeah.
out to Zoe Keller, who has runs the CDP program for transit.
yes.
So,
She's the one that's wants these things.
yeah, she would know exactly what's being done and why. She would be the one to talk to.
I have very little contact with OPP. That would
Right.
be,
Yeah.
maybe Avery or
Goes that way
Alarms.
all the time,
Yeah,
so
thank
that's something we can look into.
Okay, that sounds good. So just a few projects, in addition to the ones, that Jake and Thomas, update us. One is on the Veterans Party, corridor plan. As you all know, the draft plan is out for public, review and comments through end of this month. And so just a little bit, over a week or a week and a half to go. And then on September the 2nd, that's when an informational presentation will be held in room 400, at the corner from this room, 6 o'clock Wednesday. As part of the Regional Planning Commission's meeting, there will be an informational presentation by the consultant. And that's basically wraps up in terms of public presentation and public process. Because we are at the tail end of the last phase of this 2-year planning process. And we hope after the September 2nd meeting, the presentation, then the Planning Commission at a later date in September to vote for the approval of the or adoption of the plan, and then we'll forward the plan to FHWA. So that's the plan. So you all welcome, invited, to attend the 6 o'clock on September the 2nd. Some of you serve on the project steering committee. You have received the email already. If you don't, if you take note of it, it will be virtual and in person options. So we have also invited elected officials from city, town, county, rural mayors, and if some of you, I know I've asked if you want to invite high ups, your senior management, IDOT, please do so. I was also email Holly. I know she's on vacation out of the office and see if she can make it. And so, please take a look at that. Another project is on the MTP, Metropolitan Transportation Plan 2055. That's the planning horizon. The kickoff meeting is going to be a week from today. It's going to be at 10 o'clock. And we have a kickoff meeting for the project working group. Some of you serve on that. And the location has been confirmed. I'll send an email out to those who serve on that. It will be at the health department building, just not too far from here, next to the parking deck here on Front Street. Some of you have been there before. And so we would be sending out an email to confirm locations, and then Jen will be putting together an agenda, and that will go out, if not today, maybe Monday, with the location indicated on there as well. So it's exciting because the MTP is supposed to be done by September, October of 2027. And we will have a soft launch of the survey, as Jake referenced earlier.
Which is important because we missed it last couple rounds.
No, we didn't, last time.
The last time,
It was done one time.
anyway, seemed to me that, anyway.
Yeah. So last time it was done in 2022. And at this point, just a little bit more update details. The consultant on the population projection, he has finished the work. Actually, although we have a soft launch on the survey and the kickoff meeting, but other behind the scene work has been done. It's an ongoing process, by MCRPC staff. So just want to let you know. And I think it was approved October. The last one was October 2027 or September 2022, and in September or October. So now it's 5 years, and we're going to get other version. So just stay tuned. When you see the surveys, please help to get the word out. And then another project is HSCP, as Jake mentioned earlier, the Human Services Transportation Plan that we are responsible for updating 2024 plan, and that's for 5 counties, including McLean. And we acquired Ford, Kankakee, as well as Livingston. So we're working with them. There's a planning committee that's been ongoing, that'll be meeting quarterly, and there will be also a launch of that survey. That's all I have in terms of other projects. Any questions? Okay, hearing none. That which may arise. Item number 10 on the agenda. Anybody else? Okay, hearing none. Our next meeting will be September the 18th, Friday. But then again, we'll probably see some of you next Friday for the policy committee meeting at 11:30. So I entertain a motion for adjournment. Jim. Okay, second by Jerry. Got a discussion? If not, meeting